What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Vault, the weekly show from Thoughts from the Bench that goes back and looks at some of the best and worst sports jerseys. I'm your boy Smalls. With me, as always, is the incomparable Benny Buckets. How's it going, bro?
I'm doing great, man. I'm glad to be back for another week. How are you?
Hey, man. Every week I say it, I'm just glad I'm doing this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, Ben, just like we've done every other week, I feel like let's just get right into the guest. I'm not gonna waste time on this one. I'm gonna let you take the floor on this intro, though.
So we have a very special guest today for any of my military community members that were stationed with us or know who this person is. This is a great friend of mine. We go back about, a little over now 5 years. The funniest person I've ever met in my entire life, an American hero, if you will, still enlisted in the military. Also, the stunt double for Eddie Griffin, an undercover brother, Bart Corley, everybody. Thank you for coming here.
Appreciate being on, man.
Hey, seriously, man. Look, we always talk about, Smalls and I go back and forth on who we want to have next and things like that. And I know that you guys obviously don't know each other, but this was one where I knew, especially because of our relationship, like Bart Corley, top of the list person I want to get on. A, because you're funny as hell, great content, but you also know your sports. The amount of sports that me and this man have argued throughout our military careers were ridiculous, whether it be when I got my office job, we're on a bus waiting to go get our ass kicked somewhere else. It didn't matter. We were always bullshitting, talking about sports. So Bart, man, I mean, I can't thank you for coming on. Thank you for coming on enough.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. I'm glad to be on, man. This first time being on the podcast, man. So see how I go.
Yes, sir. Well, yeah, we were before you lob them up some softballs, I gotta talk about what we talked about before the show. So you're a fucking Miami and Alabama fan. What the fuck is that?
So check. I put it to you like this. I got into football in 2003. My first football game I ever watched was the Panthers versus the Patriots Super Bowl.
Okay.
First game. So the next season, I got into football. I'm from Georgia, so obviously I was a Falcons. Vic goes to jail. I denounce anything to do with the Falcons. I love Vic. So in that time, I think it was 2005, I started watching University of Miami back when they had Devin Hester and all them. I ain't gonna lie, man. Them boys is cold, so
yeah.
I started watching them. And in between that time, I played my friend in Madden. He played with the Redskins. I played with the Falcons. I'm thinking, who is the Redskins, bro? They ain't got nobody. This man proceeds to beat me by 50. Sean Taylor had 6 picks. Santana Moss had 200 yards. Bro, both of them from Miami. And Clinton Portis, I couldn't stop him. So I had to figure out who these people is. Found out they from Miami. Ended up liking them. So Redskins became my team. Sean Taylor died. Ended up being the Ravens, but I was a Miami fan because I got my ass whooped by some Miami players. And so fast forward to high school, I'm playing football, and I'm from Georgia, so I'm not gonna lie to you. I ran into a couple of Alabama recruits and like UGA recruits. They different, man.
Yeah.
I played against, it was a 5-star linebacker named Dylan Lee. He it's outside of Atlanta. I can't remember what school. Buford. He went to Buford High School outside of Atlanta. 5-star linebacker. He was going to Alabama. I've never seen somebody like with speed like that. And I'm in a slot running a seam route, and he's step for step with me.
Grown men, dude. Grown men.
Oh yeah, and that's why they call it like guys like that who are especially like heavy, Power 5 conference D1 recruits. There's some of those guys who, whether they go to the league or not, they're playing in a men's league. You know what I mean? Like they They are not there to piss around with some high school football. Like, they know they're only there for a formality. They are ready for the next step.
And it's like Texas, like they got their levels like 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yep.
In Georgia, we have 6A, then we have 5. Matter of fact, we have 7A. We have 5A and 6A. Them was like the national high schools, the ones that travel and everything. He went to a school like that, and they came off a 3-peat. But it was different.
Yeah.
Well, especially I think playing in the South, like that's where you grew up your whole life. Football is way different down there. Like obviously football is everywhere in the U.S., but the South. I mean, that's why like the SEC is arguably the best conference. Typically in terms of like competition, not always, but for the most part. And I think it's just because like you see even where you're at now, you're living in Texas now, high school football is like a pro sport down there. I mean, they treat it, the culture in the South, and especially where you grew up in Georgia, is just different. Like with football, like that is, if you are a man and you have interest in athletics, you're probably going to end up playing football.
Yeah.
And so Bart, because so that people know that leading into the episode that we are talking, you know, with a stellar global strike athlete here.
What the hell?
All right, Bart, so you grew up playing football. Tell us about the positions you played, and then I also want to ask about your 40 time after that.
All right. Played just about every position besides the O-line and the D-line. I'll say it started off, I played running. They tried me at quarterback, but when you underneath the center, I can't see past his ass, so that was out.
So for anybody who doesn't know, Bart, how tall are you?
I'm 5'8" now, man.
5'8"?
In high school, see, when I was in high school, I was 5'5", 5'4" as a freshman, and I couldn't. When like I get underneath the center, I can't see past his ass, so that was over with.
What's your 40 time then?
40. Official 40 was a 4.6, high 4.5, around the area.
All right, well, unofficial.
Unofficial. Was that hand time? Is that hand time?
Yeah, it's hand time on natural grass, like, and it wasn't cut like thick cemetery grass. I'm telling you, if people from back home could tell you what our field was, bro. Matter of fact, it's a couple people that was at Mouchman with us that played against me in high school, and they know exactly what I'm talking about.
No, I bet, and I've seen, you know, being friends with Bart for a long time. At least in intramural football, dude was unstoppable. I don't know, man. I just know that more than, and I think we would argue or discuss whatever, like pretty much every sport. I mean, I've been out of the military for a year and a half now, and I still get texts from this man about random shit. Just for no reason to bust my balls about whatever sport. It could be friggin' Korean tennis, and I'm getting a text from Bart like, hey, your boy got his ass beat. You know, and I'm like, I don't even know what the hell he's talking about. But football definitely for sure, I think is like at the forefront, and especially like a lot of guys that we knew, and especially that we were friends with and stuff, that was like a big topic conversation going through anything we were doing, because we don't want to talk about the shit that we're doing because we're living it every day. And what's something that we can all pretty much get a point out on, and most of us, it was sports. So, and real quick before we get into it, Bart, why don't you tell people where you're at, what you're doing now?
I'm in San Antonio at Lackland. Boy, hey man, it ain't fun. It ain't fun. I can tell you that what I'm doing now, it ain't fun. I'm essentially a down body. In the military, they got this thing, hurry up and wait. Yeah, you don't want to be a part of that, man.
That's the job pretty much right now. Well, Bart, clearly you being an American hero, we want to thank you for your service and your time. And I want to let the people know that there was not a a quicker and wittier person, whether it be with leadership or with other people. Bart was somebody who always kept him on his toes, but knew what he needed to do. So, Bart, seriously, man, I miss making fun of people with you. That was probably my favorite. It was like, especially when we were in tech school, it was like we were the dogs that got sick on a poor kid, man. I mean, it was bad. I miss shit like that, man. I'm really happy you came on. So, but without further ado, we'll jump into the show. Smalls, if you want to break it down for us real quick.
Yeah. Well, I gotta be careful. I don't want y'all to fucking gang up on me because I've never seen Ben so fucking giddy. I haven't seen Ben this giddy in fucking like since we started doing this shit. So I gotta be careful.
Hey, the red carpet's out. We got Eddie Griffin in the house.
God. What's
All
your
right.
beat?
So before we get into it, this week's topic is brought to you by Marshall Fitness. Marshall Fitness is your online personal training resource that offers personalized workouts based on equipment, goals, and personal preferences, along with personalized nutritional goals using the MyFitnessPal app. Will just offers weekly support on any questions you might have. Will, like I said, Will Marshall, he's the guy that runs Marshall Fitness. He's a good friend of the show. We've known him for a long time. We'll make sure that you can meet all your fitness goals while fitting it into your everyday schedule. If you want to support Marshall Fitness, which I highly recommend you do, go check out his Facebook. Go check him out on Instagram. Just hit him up. Let him know that you're interested. His April running challenge, honestly, I kind of fell off because of work. Not making any excuses, but go check him out. So boys, we got the best college football jerseys this week, and Bart comes highly recommended for this topic. And if y'all don't know, I am about as big of a college football fan as you can get. I mean,
no, I don't have any other friend that's a bigger, like, total, if we're gonna talk like the total, I don't know, scope of college football, that's a fan more than you. So I figured for the both of y'all, like, that would be a great topic to throw in tonight.
Oh yeah. So besides Bart being a fucking Miami fan, what are your other teams? Or Bama? Any other bandwagons you want to hop on? USC?
Well, hey, honestly, Bart, this is something I never asked you. Like, you grew up in Georgia. Why not a Bulldogs fan?
All right, so put it like this. Do y'all remember that Super Bowl with the Falcons and the Patriots?
Yeah.
Do y'all remember a month before that game, UGA versus Alabama?
Yeah.
The exact same thing happened, right?
Yeah, well, okay. Yeah, that was Tua just getting lucky, I would say. But,
let me tell you how bad it affects the state. The state of Georgia is affected so bad, we still haven't recovered from that. The worst I've never seen anything like it. It's one thing for the college team to give up a 10-point lead to a true freshman with a true freshman receiver start. It was ridiculous. But that's just the first thing. UGA, man, I'm not a UGA fan because they have too much talent to be as sorry as they is. And it bothers me. And they have never.
You don't think that's Kirby's fault?
No, I'll tell you that, it's a combination between old school coaching. It's like it's the same thing with Miami. Y'all running pro style offenses with 5-star track athletes. Like Nicole Hardman was a 5-star athlete at UGA. Nobody knew that unless you look it up. But look at his speed.
Yeah.
And nobody's running jet sweeps. Nobody's running bubble screens. Nobody's running spread offense down there. It's let's pound it away with DeAndre Swift and a hurt butt Gurley and stuff. Like, you're wasting talent. So the defense, I have no problem with the defense. It's the offense. If they get their offense in line with the times, they can win because they got the talent.
Yeah, well, yeah, dude, they were out recruiting Bama for there was a stretch of 5 years or something where they were out recruiting Bama handily. Then fucking nothing happened, and Bullcut Kirby down there just wasn't getting what he needed to out of his players.
And it's the worst thing I've seen. The biggest fumble I've ever seen is you got Justin Fields and you still want to start Fromm. Like Fromm has showed you he's very limited.
Yeah.
Put Justin Fields in. The reason why they didn't put Fields in, because Fields don't fit their offense. You put Fields in a spread offense, a college spread offense. There's no doubt in my mind. UGA would have had at least like 3 rings.
Hey, Bart, I think you're muffling your mic a little bit.
Oh, my bad.
Nah, you're good.
You're good. I'm just checking. We want to make sure that everybody hears what you got to say, because this is one of the times I'm actually interested. I want to hear what you got to say.
Nah, I'm agreeing with the fucking everything he's saying, because like, I mean, the fact that you let Justin. Wait, I'm a little salty about Justin Fields because like this dude was committed to my school for a hot sec, and then he, skirted down to Georgia real quick, and then he only stayed there for a season. So, not a big Justin Fields guy. He's fucking talented as shit, but I'm just bitter.
Well, but I think, like you said, like he was a likable guy, but it was that doesn't make you a good quarterback. So,
He was a game manager.
I mean,
yeah,
and that's the thing is he was able to do that, but I feel like Justin Fields is just so much better at executing the gameplay and like making shit happen. Whereas you even look, he's probably about to be the top. Okay, I don't want to jinx anything, so we'll just say he's a guaranteed first round pick. Whereas Jake Fromm fell to the 4th round, and he's now the 3rd string quarterback in Buffalo. I mean, it just another thing, they were both products of the show QB1 on Netflix. They both came from QB1. Jake Fromm was on the first season. Justin Fields was on, I think, the 2nd or the 3rd. So they both came out of that program, which is odd that they played at the same place and then they picked Fromm. But Justin Fields obviously went on to greener pastures. So
yeah, unfortunately for me, but no, this is gonna be a fucking awesome topic, because I mean, this is my fucking wheelhouse. I feel like my top 3, dude, it surprised me, because I was like, by the time I boiled it down, I was like, this isn't what I really thought it was gonna be. But
and there's so many, I feel like there's so many options. We could have done a whole episode on just Oregon probably. Yeah. But I feel like there are so many in college football, because every program's got so many different variations of their jerseys and stuff. But I think that we got a pretty good list. Bart, real quick for the people, show what jersey you got on right now.
Oh man, you already
know. Come on, hey, for you, baby.
Man, Kane gotta represent, man.
Yeah, I respect it. One of the best. I mean, that was like the best collegiate team of all time. Like Ed Reed, Jeremy Shockey back in 01, dude.
The amount of monsters, and I mean, they all ended up going to the league, and some of them had better careers than others. But I mean, if you think of just how they were performing in college at that time, that is all-time GOAT team, for sure.
Yeah. All right. Benny, let's get started with your first pick.
All right, so this is surprising, but I dig it. I was exclusively told before that I got to chill out with all these homer picks, so I still threw a little black and gold in there, though. I actually really like Appalachian State. I think I've always liked them since they destroyed Mike Hart in Michigan back in the day, and that's when they kind of really came on the scene. But I also really dig it. This uniform, they put out a video whenever they released this of a guy coming up out of the water. It was this crazy uniform reveal that was just awesome, and it kind of caught my attention, and I watched them play. And I mean, they're mediocre, but I really like the structure of the helmet with the matte black and then the A being put on there. And then I think the 2 stripes are effective. And their font and everything looks hardcore, especially for somewhere that I'm thinking is probably a hillbilly ass school. They look pretty tough, and I feel like these are jerseys that got my attention, whereas not necessarily back in the day. But as they've gotten more notoriety, they become more recognizable. I feel like a look like this helps.
Yeah, dude. They just slapped a fucking A on their helmet and called it a day, though. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's simple. It's clean. I don't know. But like you said, man, dude, what was it, 2007 against Michigan? That's the greatest college football upset of all time.
Dude, I remember watching Mike Hart walk off the field, and he wasn't crying or nothing. He just looked like, oh my God, what the fuck? He couldn't believe that they just dropped that. And then he ended up being a bust too. So I don't know. I guess Appalachian State must have really messed with his head because he was supposed to be next and he was a wash. So I don't know, bro. But I know that these are simple, but I feel like they're tough though. I like it. Go ahead, Bart.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I already know why you like it. That's gonna spark a whole nother argument though. But
hey, listen.
I know why, but I ain't gonna lie, man. They remind me of like the U.S. Army game, like the All-American high school game.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
But as far as App State, I say a better black and gold jersey is Iowa State. No, is it Iowa?
Iowa, yep.
Because they basically look like
Steelers.
70s Steelers.
Yep.
Because I ain't gonna lie, man. Like the block letters look way better on the Steelers than the little round letters. I hate the round numbers.
Yeah.
Those block numbers, oh man, I ain't gonna lie. Iowa black and gold, I like them.
Yeah.
But this I don't know, it kind of gives you like a very expensive high school jersey kind of. like
not wrong.
Like, it's like Russell Athletic makes these jerseys. I think they do. Not gonna lie.
Hey, what's so wrong with that? You probably got a Russell on right now.
Oh no, I actually.
Nah, you got the checkmark, bro.
Is this Nike?
Yeah,
it's a Nike. It's a Nike.
It is Nike? Okay.
Yeah, it's a Nike one, man. Whoa.
Hey, shout out to the Indonesians who stitched that on, bro. I'm real pumped.
Well, actually, just because Bart brought up Iowa, Ben, I know I've shown you these before. I kind of want to show Bart these fucking atrocities.
Oh, yeah. This was on our worst one, right?
Yeah.
When we brought those up. Yeah, the banana peels on the sleeve. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want none of that, bro.
Are those feathers?
What was that?
Are they what?
Are those feathers? What is that?
They're supposed to be like wings, bro.
Are those Hawkeye feathers, man? What is this? Oh, it looked like they were in the wing tee. Oh my god, bro!
Is a Hawkeye a bird?
Yeah, dude.
It looks like they line up with 10 on the line and go crazy. Oh my god.
Yeah, dude. This is fucking no. It's terrible, but it's like, I mean, that's hilarious. All right.
All right. Well, Bart, why don't you hit us with whatever the hell you picked first? Okay.
I'm telling you, man. When Mariota was there, I couldn't find the actual one. When Mariota was there, I think that is the one with the apple green.
Mm-hmm.
Apple green, Oregon. With it was the white pants or the steel, like the gray pants with the Volt yellow Oregon on the side, and then they had like the two-tone feathers on the neck, and then they got the metallic helmets. Oh, them the best Oregon jerseys to me. Like Oregon has hits, but that was the one there. This was the one.
Well, and especially I think like Oregon, like we all talk about it because they're basically, Nike's warehouse, but that only really came to be the last like probably 10, 15 years. It's not like it was always like this. They like where they had, a different uniform for every goddamn day of the year. Whereas like now we've got to see them progress. And I think through the years, I think like you said, especially when Mariota was there, it was like they really started busting out some just fire ass combos. And that's the thing is they can use pants or jerseys or whatever from other fits and somehow make them click. And then it works. They put something else out, and then they're like, "Hey, you wore that for the first half, and the second half, we're gonna put you on a different fucking uniform." That's how fast they quick turn that shit. But I think that these definitely are one that's up there because sometimes I don't like too much of one color, but these are clean, so I'm cool with them.
But see, that was the thing with like Oregon. Like I see when Joey Harrington was there, when they had the shoulders was green, and then you had the dark green jersey and like the little. You get like the little steel step.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
The knee pads. They had that all the way up until LeGarrette Blount days.
Yeah.
And then they switched it up. But looking at their jerseys, man, to be honest, I put it on there, but it's hard for anybody to say anybody got anything better than Oregon.
Yeah,
it's hard to go against Oregon. Like they even got one where it's like they dress up as a duck, like got the orange face mask.
Bro.
Orange
I saw that shit.
Like that was gonna be my next one if I didn't pick this one.
Ben, have you ever seen that shit?
Yeah, and they got like the socks look like the duck leg.
Yeah,
They look like the mascots.
Yeah, dude, the grill is like orange. It looks like the fucking like the bill of a duck. It's wild, but like I mean that's how they get fucking recruits because it's like well we'll just give you anything, literally anything Nike you can have.
Yeah, that's they give.
Yeah, I mean, their athletic facilities are remarkable too. I mean, like if you look at what they have to offer, even not just like the uniforms and stuff, but their actual facilities are nuts, bro. I mean, they're never like an elite program. Like they make some noise, you know. They produce Herbert and Mariota and shit. And I mean, I've always fucked with them since LeGarrette Blount because the shock heard around the world when he punched that dude. Right? That was enough for me to be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna pay attention to what the Ducks are doing now because I was like, yo, that dude's hard as hell.
Dude, him and like D'Anthony Thomas was like the fastest human being I've ever seen. Like,
D'Anthony Thomas, I think actually, I'm honestly really disappointed that he didn't have a better career, but even to be like the next like Dante Hall of sorts or whatever, just because of him being able to return as well as he did, and his speed was just. This was before like a majority of people in that position were fast. He was like shockingly speedy.
But think about it though, like D'Anthony Thomas, he was what 5'10", 5'9".
He wasn't big, yeah.
Like almost 200, like 190 or something.
Yep.
Him being fast and kind of small versus somebody like Chris Johnson was what 5'10", 5'11", 200 pounds. Mm-hmm. They both fast.
Yep.
They both got speed, but Chris Johnson can play running back in the NFL at his size. D'Anthony Thomas, he didn't have a chance.
Yeah.
He was like Tavon Austin or something like that. Like he wasn't like Kenyon Barner or LaMarcus James. They could actually play running back.
Yeah, right. Well, that's the thing though. Like, I think he ended up just playing receiver because he was too fucking small.
Like, and that's what I'm saying is I feel like his speed in the slot would have been great, but he never really progressed. It was like he just kind of stayed at that level. And to me, even if you're elite in the college arena, which I feel like he was at least close to, you got to understand that yes, you are playing guys who could go into the NFL in the future, but the level of talent, you have to step up your game. You can be great at college, you got to be magnificent in the pros. Like if you want to stand out and have a real career, he's not playing Pac-12 schools anymore. He's playing all NFL athletes.
Yeah. All right.
What do you got, Smalls?
First pick, I got 2020 Michigan State. So, obviously, this is like an in-division rival, if you can even consider Michigan State a fucking rival. But like, dude, the helmet, that's what does it for me. I'm a sucker for like any like fucking old school logo. Apparently this was just like an old basketball logo that Magic wore, and they brought it back on the football helmets. It's fire. Like it looks like a crossover between Popeye and 300. Like it's just I don't know, dude. It like they just anytime you fucking slap like an old logo on a helmet, I'm in. Like it's like an automatic thing. And like Michigan State, even though they're a Big Ten team that I probably shouldn't like, but like I've always just kind of thought that they've looked good for the most part. They have some fucking stinkers, but like for the most part.
No, I agree. I'm sorry. I can only see Bart's forehead right now, so I was cracking the fuck up. I did hear everything you said, I promise you, but I just saw this fucking milk dud on my screen, and I was like, what is happening right now? But
I don't let you slide enough.
But I just, Smalls, I do agree. I've always thought that Michigan State's jerseys, especially, I'll probably say the last 5 years, have been pretty good. But the helmet does do it for me because they probably wouldn't have made the list if it wasn't for that.
Yeah.
But I do like the throwback logo, and I think it looks cold on the helmet. Bart, what do you got for us?
I'm not against simple looks. As long as it ain't like USC simple where they won't even put your name on the back. I dig it. I like, they got their own like Spartan numbers.
Yeah.
The whole little, like I said, it's a decent jersey. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I like it.
Yeah.
As far as Michigan State, I say they're what was his name? He played for the Steelers. Bell when he was there.
Yep.
When how they pants look with like the stripe that come up, then it's like half cut off.
Yep.
I like those uniforms from Michigan State.
Mm-hmm.
But simple, it's clean. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, okay, so you were talking about not having the names on the back of the jerseys. How do you feel about my team's jerseys then?
He's a Penn State guy.
Penn State. Are you talking about Nittany Lions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The plainest jerseys of all time.
I don't know. It's hard to go against Penn State, man, because that whiteout different, man.
Well, it's like to hear. Let's go.
I mean, it's hard to. It's not hard to go against Penn State if you love your kids, though.
Jesus,
so
we're not doing that. No, we're not doing that.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm not against Penn State because I like when they do the whiteout and the whole stadium. What's that biggest stadium in college football? Right? Tennessee.
Second. They're right behind Michigan. Yeah.
Okay. Michigan that big? Oh,
dude, Michigan's like 112. We're 108, so we're like right there.
I thought Tennessee was like.
They're like close. No, and Tennessee I think might be 3 or 4. I could be wrong, but
that whiteout, man, and I ain't gonna lie. It's something special. I give them that.
Hey man, when you see it in person, like I don't care if you fucking hate Penn State. When you see that whiteout in person, it fucking like rattles you. Well, I don't give a fuck what you say, Ben.
Hey, listen. Wait till Pitt and Penn State run it back, bro.
What, in like 20 years?
Okay, if we played y'all this year.
Oh, what? Really? What? Y'all probably would have whipped us, honestly. But like, you know.
Hey, because Clifford, the big red stooge you had under center.
Dude, Clifford's a joke. The worst quarterback in the fucking country.
Hey, I want Daryl Clark back.
Me too.
All right.
Honestly, at this point, I would take Christian Hackenberg. Not really, but all right.
Wait, worst or best? That you want back?
I mean, Clifford was fucking worse than Hackenberg was.
Well, yeah, I guess. Well, hey, all right, moving on. Bart, this one's for you, pal. For our current U.S. hero. Okay, all jokes aside, besides our Air Force history here, I actually really do like these. If these looked exactly the same and they belonged to another school, I probably still would have put them on the list. They're a little Tampa Bay Lightning-esque with the bolt on the helmet, but I'm really drawn to that. I love the white and the blue, where the white is primary and the blue bolt coming across the head. Also, the jerseys, I really like the combo of colors with that like silverish gray and with the white outline is the font. I love the way that the font looks, and I feel like it's military but not too military. It's still got its own swagger and colors that are different. You know, they didn't go with some dumbass ABU or OCP jersey. They went with colors that belong to like the branch logo and things like that. And I mean, all military schools not very good at football, but I actually really dig this look. All personal bias aside, I think it's a pretty cold fit.
Yeah, unless you're going to Navy and you run the triple option every single fucking play. They were good for like 3 years, but
I ain't gonna lie, man. Navy is the best branch when it comes to football.
Yeah,
like they cold, and I ain't gonna lie. I think they was it Navy versus Army where they go all blue.
Yep.
With the white anchor helmets, man. Navy different, but when we was up, matter of fact, Ben, when we was at Mouse, what was their name? The people that go down in the hole. I can't remember their name, man.
The Capsuleer.
OG. They grew. They had a dude that played running back for the academy. When I tell you, some of the quickest feet I've ever seen in my life, like lateral quickness, bro. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing is you got to figure. Like guys going in the military, obviously I made it through, so you do not need to be a top-notch athlete to be in the military. But if you were going to play for a military school, for an academy, you got to be a beast at both. You know what I mean? Like I feel like where almost these military schools, obviously your focus isn't just on football, but like I feel like they should be better because you got to be fit for two separate reasons. In the Air Force, I almost wish was better, but I know like I've met a couple people that played at the academy for different sports, and obviously you have with guys that play football there and everything. and it's definitely, there's like a different edge to those guys who are in the military and going and playing football too. Like Roger Staubach was a Navy guy, right? I'm pretty sure. Well, yeah, but I'm saying but you don't see a lot of guys come out of military academies going to the league because of contracts and things like that. And I mean, there's very few. I know there was a guy, I think, from Navy that was supposed to be a quarterback, and he tried going to the league like just a couple years ago. You know who I'm talking about? He's a light-skinned dude.
He a Raven.
Yeah, he went to the Ravens. Yeah,
Keenan Reynolds, because the Navy.
That's right. Yeah,
it's around Baltimore.
Yeah. So they were trying to have him do that, but I mean, he ended up washing out. But regardless, I really like these uniforms, and especially, I mean, Air Force playing in the Mountain West, because the academies in Colorado, their competition isn't the best either. But I mean, hey, we're not ranking the best teams, just good-looking uniforms, and I like the uniforms.
Benny, I'm surprised y'all didn't go with this one. Because, like, I saw these ones, I was like, oh, this has got to be on the list.
Oh, the fighter jet was the A-10 fighter jet uniform.
Yep.
See, and I know a lot of people think that that's hard, and I definitely understand why. But to me, especially from, like, being in now, like, I don't know. That's like if someone had a leather jacket that had that on it. Like, to me, that's gimmicky as hell. Like, you're going a little too deep. And I get that you need to be your own personality. And I think the reason that I liked these Air Force ones is because it was so, like, if it didn't say Air Force on there, you probably wouldn't guess that that's who it was. Like, I liked that it wasn't so in your face about it. But I mean, those are still hard. And also, I was trying to muddle it up so I didn't have too much, like, because really in my mind, all three of my top jerseys were an over amount of black being like solid main color. And I was like, I don't want to overload it with all black jerseys for three different schools. So I peeled back a little bit.
Nah, the real reason why you wanted the jersey because he was a Blue Falcon.
Oh, the Air Force's mascot or logo or whatever, they are the Air Force. What is it, Fighting Falcons or some shit like that? It's something Falcons, right? In the military, a Blue Falcon is essentially, and excuse my French, a buddy fucker. Okay, so if you fuck somebody else over that you're with, you were then a Blue Falcon. And like, I know, like, for a couple of our flights and stuff, if someone did that to somebody, we would have a patch that we would give to that person. It was a Blue Falcon patch, and everyone would know that you were a buddy fucker at that point. So, goddamn. All right, Bart, let's roll into your next one, pal.
I'll tell you, man. When it was, to be honest, it was like in 2005 when Marcus Vick was at Virginia Tech.
Yep.
Around that time, they had the jerseys like this, except it was like one sleeve of the jersey was like this. Like Virginia Tech had it, Miami had it for like a game, and Florida had it. And I ain't gonna lie, man, I don't know what it is about it, but I just liked it. Like that little solid maroon. You got that one little hint of orange on the side. I don't know, it just hit different. I think because they put up like 40 on us. They did.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I mean, they've had some talented guys throughout the years too.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you got to figure between the Vicks and then like Cam Chancellor went there. There's been a few guys that came out of there that were great athletes. And I think Virginia Tech, like you said, I mean, with these jerseys, they stay true to the school's colors. But I feel like they also did well with pairing the white pants. Like, I feel like if they went maroon all the way down, they'd look too much like a crayon.
They give you Arizona State vibes.
Yeah.
Like the Sun Devils. Yeah. Like they give you that kind of vibe.
They break it up. And the maroon and the orange look like they shouldn't really go together.
Does,
and maybe it's because we're so used to just seeing Virginia Tech as the way that they are. But I feel like that's a color scheme that I didn't expect to work, but it does. And I think they look cool too.
Yeah. No, dude. And so, all right, I work in Virginia. Virginia Tech football fans are the fucking worst. They're even... They're worse than us, and like I know that Penn State people were fucking terrible. So like,
yeah, they fucking suck because y'all got half a Philly over there, and you know how Philly
you're gonna associate me with the
yeah, you're goddamn right I am.
You're gonna associate me with the city of Philadelphia. Fuck off. No. I'm from the other side of the state, motherfucker. But Reeling it back in. Virginia Tech, though, not gonna lie, I grew up liking Virginia Tech. It's not like they were one of my teams or anything, but like when you watch that team go into the stadium with Enter Sandman just fucking pounding, it gets you going a little bit. There's something cool about Virginia Tech football, even though they haven't been fantastic the last, 10 years. Like, it's been a while, but I mean, they're like I don't want to even call them a blue blood because they're not, but like they're just one of those like old school programs that were good a while ago, but now, kind of irrelevant.
Well, honestly, I guess I still hold a grudge against Virginia Tech for a personal reason, is just because, I watched, being a Pitt fan, I watch ACC football a lot and other teams within the ACC to play. I watched Terrell Edmond get burned by Pitt receivers for 3 years, right? And then the Steelers drafted him in the first round, and he has not done a goddamn thing.
Amen, brother.
I seen that dude get burnt by Pitt fourth stringers, and he's getting hooked in the middle of the field, and we draft him in the first round.
Dude, the dude that always goes in for the fucking crown hit to jog the ball loose and just fucking misses. Instead of trying to break up a pass or like
goddamn Naruto kids fucking running with his head down and his arms out back. That's how Terrell Edmond run, man.
Yeah, dude, fuck Terrell Edmonds. No, these jerseys are sick though. This is like they got the fucking, what do you call it? I forget what the fucking term is, but like the striping or whatever you call it on like the side. God damn it, I can't remember.
Is it the piping?
The piping.
Is it piping?
The piping. Yeah.
The piping.
You got that 2000s piping going on, but like no, there is something kind of cool about Virginia Tech football. So like the jerseys are kind of cold, especially with the fact that the Vicks went there. So I remember I was like real young and I was like, oh shit. Like I saw M. Vick on the screen. I'm like, is Michael Vick still, like I was too young to fucking comprehend it. Is Mike Vick still in college?
It's like, oh shit, he went back.
No.
All right, Smalls. Let's see it.
All right. So
I forgot about this.
Yep.
Yes.
We got the 2018 Oklahoma State throwback jersey. So this is literally, they only brought these back because of Barry Sanders. Like, there's no other reason to bring these back. The dude was the best. Probably had one of the best college football seasons of all time. Like, let me read these numbers off to you. 2,850 yards, 44 touchdowns, and he broke 34 NCAA records in one fucking year. That's fucking outrageous.
And how many games? That's in like 11 games, right?
Yeah. Something like that.
Ridiculous, dude.
And like that's the thing, dude. The dude just kept going in the NFL. Like it wasn't like he wasn't a college phenom. Like he just fucking kept going. Like the guy was an absolute monster. And like I really like these. I really like the old school look. It like the logo looks like a logo you would see on like one of those collegiate t-shirts your parents are wearing back in the day. Like just like real big across the chest. Like it's a clean look, dude. It's just sharp. I don't know.
Well, the orange and white, I think, are, that's a pretty good combo. We see a lot of schools use it, but Oklahoma State executed it well. And I think the fact that, like, the jerseys that Barry was wearing back in the day, those were still cool. But now that they did, like, an updated version, they look cleaner, crisper, sharper. I think that this is a perfect pick to put on here.
Yeah, I agree with y'all on this. I ain't gonna lie, man. When I say Oklahoma State, I got happy because this is gonna be one of my picks, but I was gonna pick it was what was the last year NCAA football was out. But Oklahoma 14. State had like they had a black, a gray, white, orange. I know which
one you're talking about. Yep.
When I tell you Oklahoma State did not sleep when it comes to jerseys.
Nope.
I mess with Oklahoma State. Them any jersey they had within the last 10 years, I would have accepted up here. But them OG Barry Sanders jerseys, man.
Oh,
it's crazy because as good a season Barry Sanders had, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love Barry. That's my favorite running back all time. But Christian McCaffrey, he got cheated out a couple Heisman.
Oh, dude.
Christian McCaffrey.
I'm not disagreeing.
Cheated out of Heisman, and plus, I think he's the best running back in the league right now.
Yeah.
Only reason I ain't gonna lie, I gotta. It's like 20%. 20% of it, I feel like the reason why he didn't win is because he white. That's the only reason.
And look, how many white running backs have successful careers? I don't want to say career, successful career, because if you try throwing Toby Gerhardt at me, also went to Stanford, or fucking Peyton Hillis because he was on the cover of Madden. He had one good year, and they were like, "Oh my God, somebody in Cleveland didn't have negative yards per carry as an average this year. We're gonna fucking put him on the cover." That's bullshit. But Christian McCaffrey, he's a dog, bro. He's a dog. When healthy.
That's the best running back in the league, man. I'm sorry. I seen it when he was in college. I don't see a better running back than this, bro. Like, I know Derrick Henry ran for 2,200, but that same year Christian had like 25. Like, I'm sorry, man.
Close, bro.
I'm still impressed with Derrick Henry because he's like 472 pounds and he's still running for that much. So I don't know. He's like if Eddie Lacy didn't have a beer gut on him, like they were about the same size. Derrick Henry's just trucking.
Plus like 4 inches, bro.
He's tall as hell.
I don't know if you've seen his high school tape, but when I was in high school, I seen Derrick Henry tape, and I remember him as a freshman. He was 6'3", 245. And he ran a 4.3. Hey, man. Hey, man.
He's a freshman.
Hey, man. I'm going to keep it the closest I've ever seen something like that in person. Look up this boy named Brandon Douglas. He went to UGA. He was there with Keith Marshall, Nick Chubb, Todd Gurley. He was there with, like, when UGA was they running back you. He messed around and they ended up starting because Gurley hurt his butt. Chubb towards knee and Keith towards ACL, so he ended up playing. But hey, the closest I've ever seen to, he was 5'11", 210, benching 400, ran a 4.4, like nastiest play I've ever seen. That's the closest that I can say to like an Alabama running back. When I tell you, dog, them boys is different. And then look at Alabama's recruiting year when they got Derrick Henry. It was Alvin Kamara, Derrick Henry, what's his name? Number 4, TJ Yeldon. It was another dude there. He ended up dying. But they had 5 running backs in their backfield. All of them played in the league. Hey, man,
that's stacked.
Them boys, Alabama has some guys back there, man.
Yeah, I'm looking up Brendan Douglas right now just because you fucking brought him up. Like
him, I'm telling you, nasty. I got a funny story about it. I played him in high school my senior year. We both in the same grade. So growing up, he been a starter. He been a starter at Aquinas High School since 9th grade. So we hear all the stories, see the paper clippings and all that. You know, freshman benching 400 pounds, running for 1,800 yards, all this stuff. Play him my senior year. I'm running past him. He looks like Tim Tebow. Like, he big, bro. And this how you know somebody good. They got on the number 44. They got the Darrell Revis helmet. And they got taped wrists, no gloves, and he playing in footies. Come on.
Hey, we talked about that before, though. The hardest dudes are the ones not wearing a lot of gear. Like, they're wearing, like the bare hand football players, they know what the fuck is up, bro.
Dog, because you hit your hand on a helmet before, and that hurt. He's out here bare-handing folks, bro. Come on, bro. He don't care about life. He don't care about life. He can't.
Hey, the tape wrist is just to keep them hands firm for when he smacks the shit out to you running past.
No, the tape wrist is so he can write your name after he run you over.
You know, oh, there's another one on the list. Write the obituary now.
Your lies, the list of people that done died.
In my hand, my bare hand. Oh, man, this is too good.
Dude was cold, man. Those cold running backs.
All right, so Benny, let's go to your third pick. This is first
All
pick,
right.
but I'm gonna go. You know what pick it is.
All right, so this pick of mine, right, is TCU. I actually think in the last couple of years they have really upped their uniform game, and all three versions of this are hard. But I went with the purple because I like they stuck with their home roots color. I really like their logo, and I like the matte black helmet with the purple accent, and then the all purple with those like steel cut letters. The font I think is hard as hell, and obviously I'm partial to a lot of things that Nike's put out, especially uniform wise. But I feel like going all purple and black is hard. You know, it's kind of like a mix, you know, between we kind of see like this metallic build with the font and everything, but if you brought like a new age vibe to the Ravens uniforms, I feel like it looks tough, it looks hard. TCU hasn't put out a good program in a while, but I like the way that they look. We got to see, you know, we were in San Antonio whenever what's his name, Trevon Boykin.
Oh, that year he got suspended.
Yeah, so we were actually in San Antonio when the Alamo Bowl was going on and TCU was playing in it. And I remember like a week after, I was at the bar that he got kicked out of because he got in all that legal trouble and shit before the Alamo Bowl. And everyone was, or I think it was after. It was either before or after. He got in some legal trouble. And I remember like this waiter was telling another table, and I overheard him, and he's like, yeah, we had this guy that apparently plays quarterback at TCU. He was causing all kinds of trouble down here. And we were like, oh shit, like you were here for that. And he was like, yeah, man, I was kind of scared. I was like, oh no, bro. But no, man, I mean, TCU, they pretty much only produced Trevon Boykin and Andy Dalton at this point.
LT, what are you talking about, bro?
Okay, I'm saying in the most recent, like this decade. LT's 106 years old now. But I'm saying, like, I like this look. They just need to do better with their recruiting, but I feel like these jerseys are clean at least.
I ain't gonna lie, they remind me of when LT was in college. That's like an updated version when LT was in college. I thought you was gonna go with the Nike Pro Combat where they force dart from. Mm-hmm. Like the gray scales, the red outline. Oh man.
Yeah.
They had a stretch. Texas colleges and period had a stretch. They had some of the coldest jerseys out.
I only got one fucking thing. So I love TCU. I love a lot of TCU jerseys. I hate these ones because of the shit around the neck. It looks like Corella DeVille. And the first time I saw this, I was like, why the fuck does this look like Corella DeVille?
Oh my god. It ain't a fucking mink. What are you talking about?
Bro, because I thought you would say that, I thought that I should bring it up. Look at this shit.
Oh, shit.
Smalls is bringing up pictures of his ex-girlfriends for no reason. I don't know why. We're throwing this shit up there.
Why she hate them dogs so bad? I always wonder that. What's her beef? Hey, y'all think Vic bad? Wait till they get a hold of her. She's selling dogs for skin. Oh my God. Imagine walking around with a Dalmatian coat. Oh my God.
Someone touches it and say, oh my God, what is that? My pet. And everyone just fucking loses it, bro.
Oh my God. You got a Dalmatian coat. They gonna roll it.
Hey, you think Vic ever was a big fan of that movie or what?
Holy shit.
You're a different breed. Oh my God. She really hated that. She chased them for 2 movies.
What?
Chased them for 2 movies, dog. And it's 101 of them. You can't catch none of that. What the? It ended up in 102. You can't catch nobody. These dogs are smarter than you, and they puppies. And how pregnant are you to have a? Oh my goodness.
Oh. All right.
No.
You just, dude. All right. Well, Benny just had to like take a sec. He just take a breath.
God damn.
You good?
Oh, see, Bart. Glad
What's
to
up?
have you, bro. Holy shit, bro. Wow. Wow.
All right.
Oh,
Speaking of, all right, let's get into it. 2019
All right, Bart.
Florida.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, man. The big F on the side, the Gators on the other side, the orange Florida helmet, white pants. Man, what's not to like, man? When Florida go away from their traditional, what is it, orange helmet and blue? When they pull out that white on white or that white on orange, oh, that's up there, man. That's up there. I'm not even a Florida fan, but when I seen them pull this out, oh my God.
well, I think it's clean to a point, and obviously, like how Bart is a fan of Miami and Bama, I'm a fan of Pitt and Florida, right? So Florida is like my second team, so I'm gonna be biased towards liking these. But I do think, like you said, I think what draws me to it is I love the color orange, and I feel like the tone of orange that they put in there is perfect to be the jersey, and that they didn't overdo it and go all the way down to the pants. I like that the helmet and the pants match, and I love the helmet. I mean, more than anything is because, like you said, the F is clean in and of itself, but the fact that they have a different font with that script with Gators on the other side, I feel like that ties it all in. And I feel like all three of the colors, with also like the font and the logo on the helmet being like metallic almost, like it's got like that glare to it and it's like shiny and shit. I feel like these are the best uniforms that Florida has to offer.
Yeah, dude, I feel like I really like the normal Florida uniforms. I think their normal Gator shit is really good. Like, it's just a classic look. But like, you throw these in there too. I mean, you can't go wrong with the Gator script on the one side. The F on the other side also doesn't look bad. Orange jerseys, sometimes you can fuck that up, but they didn't. Like, this is a solid pick. I fucking love these. Like, this is awesome.
Yeah, dude, they're clean. Good stuff, Bart. Good job.
I want to throw this in here too. I did grow up at my second team growing up was Florida State. So we got Miami,
Oh no.
Florida, and Florida State. So,
Oh man.
I know.
Nose. No, hey, what? You big Jameis fan?
Eating those W's, bro. Yeah.
Nah, hey Ben, that list I sent you with all them jerseys, Florida State had a like in the 2000s that all black.
Yep.
When they had an all black jersey, when they
Yep.
got black pants and Florida State ran on the side. I ain't gonna lie,
Bart,
that was cold.
you know, Bart and I years ago did know a Florida State recruit. Back in the day, he was a D1 recruit, and I affectionately gave him the nickname of D1. And anytime he got brought up in class, we would all go D1. We went with and I'll save his first name so that people don't end up harassing him or whatever. But last name Barfield, right? Is dude that we went through. I went through basic with him, and me and Bart went through tech school with him. And he played. I think Smalls. I think I told you about this before. He said that he played corner in high school, right?
Yeah.
Or no, he played wide receiver in high school. Sorry, and he got recruited to play defensive back at Florida State.
You did
And
tell
he
me this,
turned.
yeah.
He turned it down. This is what he told us. He turned it down because he didn't like the way that Jameis ran the offense. Jameis is a temporary quarterback who, as soon as he's eligible, he's gone. He's going to the league. And I said, so you turned down, at the time, one of the top 3 schools in the country for football because you didn't like the way that he ran the offense. Also, this dude's maybe 5'10", 113 pounds soaking wet. Arms and legs look like Q-tips. He walked with an arch back. He looked like Randall from Monsters, Inc. And this dude out here, I remember we went and we played with him. Bart, you remember when we used to have like pickup games outside of Jailhouse?
Yeah. Matter of fact, you remember we played them at when we went to Bullis?
Yeah.
We had that big football game outside of Bullis.
Yeah. And Barfield, who was a receiver and corner, man, mind you, couldn't catch a goddamn thing. It was like his wrists are locked together, and he's catching like it. And I remember Bart, of all people, running by him. He go, "Come on, D1, I thought you got recruited this shit." And it was like, from that point forward, we were like, "Hey, we can't give Barfield the ball no more, bro." But he told me, he goes, "Yep, full ride, Flow State." And I was like, "Oh, buddy, I don't know, bro."
That man was buns.
You started talking about a Florida State recruit. I thought you were talking J.J. Constantino for a second.
Oh. Nope. Nope. If you even know who that is, I think got to play in 2 games and got his ass kicked.
Tell me who he was.
Yeah. He went to high school with us, and he got he was a quarterback on the roster down there. He actually graduated with Smalls. RIP, I guess.
RIP. All right, let's go to my last pick. I'm going to go 2007 Hawaii. I'll tell you why. Only one name, Colt Brennan. Colt Brennan literally took the college football world by fucking storm. This dude broke, how many records did he break in 1 year? Actually, I didn't even write that down. He threw 58 touchdowns in one season. That's fucking insane. He is one of those guys that you're like, what happened to him? Because you look back and you're like, holy shit, that guy in college was an absolute monster and then didn't do anything after that. I think he was drafted to the Redskins or something. He just didn't do anything. That Colt Brennan is one of those dudes that you just remember, like, he was like the mid-2000s college football because he just fucking blew up out of nowhere.
Well, I think especially because Hawaii isn't getting a lot of looks.
No,
you know what I mean?
That's the big thing. Yeah.
Also, it is hard to be like, hey, we want you to come here and be a rainbow warrior. Now, granted, they are in the probably one of the most places to live. Okay, well, not just their conference, but I mean, like, we're getting to live down in Hawaii is probably awesome. But I mean, I don't know. If you figure back in the day, they used to legit be the Rainbow Warriors. I think, that's not okay. Without offending anybody, for football, that's not the best look to go with. So these are a lot harder, and I actually really like the black and green, and I love their logo. So I'm on board for this.
I ain't gonna lie. I remember Colt Brennan, man. And what turned me completely off is that whole season, for one. For two, they went to the Sugar Bowl and got beat 49-3.
It was like 41-10. So you weren't that far off. Yeah.
Who was it too?
UGA.
UGA.
And I ain't gonna lie, that year UGA got cheated out of going to the national championship.
Yep.
Because I don't know how that happened, but the other thing, what's the difference between the Denver Nuggets rainbow jerseys and their Rainbow Warrior jerseys?
It's not the same. Come on.
They're close.
That's not even what.
I say I mess with the Rainbow Warriors all the way until you get to the helmet, where it's actually like a rainbow and cloud, like some Lucky Charms or some shit like that.
Care Bear head ass.
It's decent. It ain't gonna lie. It's a decent little jersey, man. It's hard to explain. I actually kind of rock with him a little bit.
Well, I don't know. I'm going to be biased. So I like this era of Hawaii a little better, I think. Just into like the font and everything is very, I don't know. I guess it blends with the culture, and it's it's good. It's good for the area down there. And I think that this makes them look tougher, a little more serious, and makes you drop the rainbow off before the warrior. Like it's good. I kind of dig it though.
Yeah, no, dude, the trim around the edge of the jerseys, it's just fucking Hawaii, dude. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, not only that, Colt Brennan was like the original Oakley visor guy. He was the Oakley visor guy. He didn't have it in this picture, but like every other time you saw him, you couldn't see his fucking eyes because he just had the big Oakley visor that was like, dude, you're playing in Hawaii. You don't need like, you're playing a lot of your games are at night. You don't need sunglasses right now. Like, why are you wearing your Oakley fucking visor? But this is definitely more of a just nostalgia pick. I was like, yeah, I mean, this was just mid 2000s college football, like flash in the pan kind of guy. So only the real ones know Colt Brennan, even though he fizzled out, in the NFL. Honorable mentions, I really only had one. I had a few to throw in here. Colorado had these icy whites I just thought looked really good. So I don't know, just all white, nothing crazy, just all white. Colorado always looks pretty good. So I don't know. Were there any that y'all did not throw in here?
No, I mean I do dig those. You might want a little more seasoning on that chicken. Other than that, I think it looks all right though. I mean, like so. I knew Bart.
Yeah.
I was hoping I was gonna crack them real quick. But speaking of being cracked, they kind of look like eggs to me. Other than that, I don't know. A bunch of Eggmen running around. But I think that some of the all white, like Penn State's whiteout, I can't agree. I hate Penn State, but I feel like that's cold. In Colorado, I don't know. I guess I've just never been a real big fan of anything they put out.
So basically, you calling it the Mav chicken breast? The Mav chicken breast with the chef.
Always call themselves chefs. You cook. You cook. You burn shit.
But no, I ain't gonna lie. My other picks, I had a list of them. Pittsburgh, Dan Marino's.
Yep.
Those is cold.
Tight. Yep.
Who else I put on there? You got the list still, right, Ben?
Yeah. On my phone, I know you put. I don't know. To be fair, you sent me like 53 jerseys, so I text him about giving me the picks, right? I text Bart about giving me the picks, and he sends me a novel, like an entire scroll of shit. I gotta unwrap and read, and I'm going through all these ones. I'm like, pick 3, goddamn.
No, I got one. Rutgers, they Scarlet Knight jerseys.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's Scarlet
Get the fuck out of here. Rutgers doesn't do anything right, bro.
I can't go with that one. Another slept-on jersey, that red Kansas jersey.
All right.
Really?
That's like the one thing that football program has done right. They fucked up literally everything else.
Who was the coach that coached at Notre Dame and ended up coaching at Kansas? He was at Notre Dame when Brady Quinn was there.
Yeah, Charlie Weiss. Yeah, Charlie Weiss. Yeah.
And he ended up going down to Kansas, and now Les Miles is down in Kansas, right?
He got released.
Yeah, because he.
Oh, they got rid of him now. Yeah.
Yeah, some stuff that happened off the field.
Yeah, I guess we'll just.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's still grass and shit. You think he's still picking up grass off the ground and eating it and shit?
Yeah, he eat artificial turf.
Probably.
They don't need a lawnmower, bro. They pick up Les Miles by his feet. They just let him run around and get his chow time in.
Actually, Bart, I got one. You already had a Florida pick. Me and Ben have already talked about this one, but Ben, do you remember the Gator Swamp jersey?
Why? What?
Dude,
they're so bad.
I want to hear his opinion on them.
Hold on, zoom in. You gotta zoom in on it. Oh man. Oh, is that crocodile?
Yeah, bro.
No, I ain't seen this one.
Oh, is that crocodile?
Look like they robbed a pimp and took his shoes and made a jersey out of it. Oh man, what is this? 9-later Gators?
Oh,
this ain't it. They done like if they did that when they did that to the sleeves, it was decent. But a whole jersey, nah.
The orange and the blue just don't go with the rest of
it.
At all.
No, and they try to make it like traditional too by just throwing the fucking numbers on it, and that's just like.
And
yeah,
then, what? When you sweat, your pants gonna be a different color than your jersey. So it's like you got a pewter in a gray. You like these?
No, these are fucking terrible.
These were on our worst. These were on our worst list. No, because we did an episode a couple weeks back of the worst ones, and this was top of the list.
Oh, this is oh god. Ooh.
Oh shit. All right. Well, Ben, I'm gonna let you sign off here because this has been one of the I'm just gonna say we've been off the wall more than normal, but it was great. Like it wasn't a bad thing whatsoever. Like we're just fucking.
No, man, I think we had a lot more sparks this week to fire off, different conversations. But Bart, again, thank you, man, for coming on. And as for anybody who would end up tuning in late, this is Bart Corley, the funniest dude I've ever met. One of my good friends from the military for a long time. Bart, I appreciate you taking time away. I know that you got a lot going on between work and the family, and Bart is a great father, and I know he's going to get back into acting again soon. Eddie Griffin's going to need him to stunt double again. I don't know, maybe get cast in Blade. I don't know, but I'm just, hey man, for real. All jokes aside, I love you. I'm super happy you came on, bro, and got to talk, and we would love to have you on again anytime. So thanks again.
Yes, sir. Anytime. Just hit my line, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, brother.
All right. Appreciate it, boys. This has been the Vault, the weekly show that takes a look back at some of the best and worst sports jerseys of all time. This episode is coming out on Friday. Boys, cheers. I think I'm the only one drinking right now. Damn.
Tonight, yeah.
Tough luck. All right.
Didn't pass a memo. But, hey, thank you all for watching. We'll catch you next week.
Cheers.